Hello. Just a little bit of an update. The garden is lush. You can see it's beautiful. So let's go in here. Ken has, oh, it's open. Ken has weed-eated around the edges. It looks pretty good. A little bit tailored. He's done a really good job. He's a good man. Haven't planted much. I've created some container gardens for my granddaughter and my daughter to take home with them. They're getting ready to move into an apartment. But look at my squash. I had a battle with squash bugs this morning. I've been relatively safe with the squash bugs. I mean, I've killed a couple of them. But this morning I found a great big one, and then a bunch of babies were hatching out of eggs that I guess I had missed on some of the bottom leaves. So I sprayed the little bugs with some with some soapy water in my little sprayer there, and then I squished them. It did the deal. But I looked them all over really good and made sure I got all of the other eggs that I could find. Anyways, look at that. I really need to work on that next year. I'm learning some things this year about spacing and about some of the things that I planted, maybe planting them later in the fall or earlier in the spring. Like my green beans are doing really good. My peas are doing pretty good. I've got a few ripe peas on there now. But the scarlet runner beans that are down on that back trellis, the flowers are beautiful. I can't complain about that. But they fall off. The whole thing falls off. So we're not getting any beans, but I've done some research, and a lot of research says, or a lot of the things that I've been reading says that they will start producing later in July. So maybe I'll just enjoy the flowers for now, and in July I will hope to have some little beans off of those, but until then I'll just enjoy the buds. They're pretty. Here I have some green beans that are coming up on my regular green bean plants, and my okra is still not very big. I have that one, and I have that little one there. I've planted some more seeds, but they've not germinated. I don't know if I'm going to get okra until fall, maybe. But I don't know if you can see that. Those are my sunflowers. I'm very happy about those. And my tomatoes are getting loaded down, but nothing's turning red yet. But that's okay. I've got more little tomatoes. My nasturtiums are looking really good. But look how big this is. Look how big this is. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty good size and still green. I think we're going to have a good tomato harvest this year. Got some nice cucumbers starting to form. Look at those scarlet runner beans. They're coming all the way over onto this side of the trellis. I like the way they're growing. I really do. And no, I still haven't taken care of this corner. I will do that, but my cabbages are looking good, and the kale is looking good. And I've eaten a little bit of kale. My corn, next year I will plant the corn over here where it gets more sun. And maybe plant my brassicas over here where it gets more shade. Because of the big tree in the front yard. But these are my cassava melons, and they have blooms all over them. And then I have a nice big cucumber there. I'm going to wait till it gets a little bigger. But there, the cucumbers are growing. They're doing good. And my early girl tomato is loaded down. I cannot wait till those start turning colors. Look how big they are. That one is. It's huge. My peppers, I'm hoping they'll do something later. That's a Tabasco. It's got some leaf issues. It does have some new little leaves coming out on it. And it has some blooms right at the very, very top. You can't really see it very well. The serranos, they're not doing too good, but I think I showed y'all I have a baby serrano that's come out. The jalapenos are doing phenomenal. The green bell peppers are doing good. I have lots of little buds and babies on there. Oh, this is a red one. And I have a big pepper down there. It's doing really good. It hasn't turned red yet, and I've got a big pepper there. So I'm happy with that. And look at this squash, y'all. I've got him in a pantyhose sock to kind of hold him up there, but he's huge. That's the only one, and I have others, but they're turning yellow and shriveling up and falling off before they get very big. So I'm gonna have to research some things and write some notes down. Look at those cherries. Cherry tomatoes. They're just loaded down. If y'all can see in there. I've got one that's cat-faced in there. But yeah, I've got lots of tomatoes, and they're tall. They're up to the top of the trellis there almost. I'm really happy. The catnip is doing really well. We've been keeping Samuel out of it. He's a mess. And I was told I haven't shown you all my grapes in a while, so I will take you all up to the front and show you how the grapes are doing real quick. My Rose of Sharon is just blooming all over the place. The magnolia tree has had more blooms on it this year than it has in many, many years. We've lived here 10 years. Let's go up here. We squeezed through the hole in the fence. We were gonna fix that, but here's the grapes. Here are the grapes, and I have a plant there, but you see this great big tree. This is a tulip tree. Has the yellow tulips on it in the spring. It's beautiful. But you can see here my grapes are loaded down this year, and I was told by a friend of mine that I need to prune like 3 knots away from where the fruit grow on them. We just kind of planted them and let them go, and then we put the we put the trellis in this year, and they seem to really like the trellis. I like the trellis. But last year we were able to harvest 5 pounds of these are Concord grapes. 5 pounds of grapes off of it last year. This year I hope we get a little bit more. It'll be nice. Maybe make some Concord jelly, or maybe a little bit of wine. That would be nice. Just to say that I did it. The husband likes to ferment and make rum and different things. Rose bushes need to be transplanted and moved. My hostas are doing good. I planted hostas a couple years ago from trimmings off of a co-worker's plants. And that's another rose bush, and it usually does good. It was loaded down earlier in the year. It just needs a real good trim, and I think I'm going to transplant them over there to where it gets sun. They get sun. We get a lot of limbs out of these 2 trees in the front yard. And we don't have air conditioning in our old house. It was never put in. So we have an attic fan, and that's the living room right there, and that's the dining room. But we call our house the house of doors. Every room has a door on it. It's just an old house built in 1905. For a little bit of history on the Springfield area, we live a couple blocks from the railroad, and so these houses around here were all built up about the time that the railroad came in. What are you doing, John? Come here. Don't go out there by yourself, bud. This is my grandson. They're up for the weekend. Got the grandkids, Mom and Dad. Today's their anniversary, so they went home this morning and got on the motorcycle and are gonna go for a wave to the camera, John. Wave at Grandma. Wave. Wave. What you doing? Smile. You're on candid camera. So what are we doing today, John?
I want to go to the park.
Oh, you want to go to the park. It's kind of hot right now. You want to wait till a little bit later after it cools off a little bit? You want to go right now? Yeah. Well, it's kind of hot, so. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I've planted some more okra, and Layla has some apple seeds that she got to grow. And I have another sunflower back there that I'm going to put in, and got some celery. It rained in here, so it's full of water right now. Marigolds and peas and some tomatoes that I'm going to send home with my daughter because her tomato plants got some kind of bacterial something where I guess they're not going to be able to plant tomatoes in anything in the same spot for 3 years. I hadn't heard about that before, but so we're going to get her some containers and send her home some tomatoes and some peas, and she's going to try and replant in some pots to get her some stuff done this year. You want to go see what?
If there's anybody at the park and then come back and...
Oh, that's a kind of a large request, dude.
Can we?
We'll talk about it. I think you need to go wash your face though. You have stuff on your face.
Like chocolate?
Like chocolate. All right, well. It was from ice cream, yes. I'm gonna have to edit some things out of this. So we will leave you with this garden tour, this small garden tour. I still haven't put my strawberries in yet. I think it's a little late for that, so I may wait till next year. And the potatoes as well. We'll wait till next year. It's really hot here in southwest Missouri and humid. So the middle of the day is kind of a no-go on getting things done. So we will talk to you later. Be safe. Have fun. Happy homesteading. Bye-bye.